guys? Welcome to the channel. Don't have a Talon update for you yet, but we got some other stuff we're working on. We have here my 2005 Honda Pilot. I'm hearing some suspension noise, so I'm going to show you what I did to figure out what was going on, and then we're going to fix it. So first things first, without even having jacked the car up yet, if you go in here, you can see that the lower control arm bushings don't look the greatest. Probably the original from this car, and it has 260,000 miles on it. So first thing I did was I grabbed a pry bar and just went right to this bushing. This isn't the biggest pry bar I can use. You can see there's a lot of flex in that bushing. So that was where I decided I'm going to put some new control arms in this thing, because I'm pretty sure that's what's going on, because these struts are pretty new. I know that they were replaced, so we're going to go ahead and get this thing jacked up, take the wheel off, and get going. So when I'm going to jack the car up, what I always do is hit that parking brake. Even though we're on a flat surface, still just nice to do to keep yourself, reminded that your car may roll, so might as well keep it from rolling. I ought to pardon my buddy in the background vacuuming his car, but at this point, I loosened the nut on that lower ball joint, and the ball joint is now actually loose. I was able to stick, I don't have the tool to actually pull ball or undo ball joints, but I was able to stick this crowbar in here, pry down on it a little bit, and hit it with a deadbolt hammer, and it actually came loose. This car's been really well maintained, so that's definitely helping me out here. So what we have left to do is the bolts on the control arms, and now we just gotta pull it out. So I think it's gonna be a pretty straightforward job. Well, the easy part's done. I got the control arm out. Putting it back in is going to be interesting, but we'll figure it out. But yep, so have it here. Time to grab the new ones out of the car. I got them on Rock Auto. Weren't too expensive, really. Came with the ball joint already in it, so I didn't have to worry about damaging the ball joint or taking it out or anything like that, which was very convenient. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these out of the car. We'll unbox them and I'll show you that process. Okay, so here we have our Moog control arms. I'm gonna go ahead and unbox these. This one looks like it's going to be our passenger side, so we're going to go ahead and leave that one. Open this one. Okay, here we have our driver's side. A little side-by-side comparison. Nice new ball joint, new bushings. Yeah, this is gonna make a huge difference in the ride quality. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and we're trying to work this in. I think it should be pretty straightforward. and get a light on here. Okay. So I'm gonna go in there, and that one slide right in that ball joint, and we're gonna just start putting it in.
Bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting.
And this is actually going way better than I thought it was going to. Got that one in, the bolt's in, that one's in, they're all in, everything's in, it just needs to be tightened. So what I ended up having to do was I took the control arm and put it in this one first, and then I was able to rotate it over and get this guy in there, which you can't even see right now. So I was able to get this one in there. And I used the pry bar, and I was able to just kind of get in under here and wiggle it in, and then I used the screwdriver through the bolt hole, and I was able to line it up and get that bolt through. And I just wiggled the ball joint a bunch until it finally slipped in, and it all went. So now we're just going to go ahead and tighten it up, and then we'll end up putting the wheel back on and moving to the other side. Alright, so we have the other side jacked up, just about to get started. I just wanted to walk through some of the tools that I'm using right now. So I've got this Milwaukee Impact. It's got a 19mm socket on it. That socket does the lug nuts, it does the ball joint, and it also does both of the bolts for the control arm. The ball joint, I'm actually using a 3/4 wrench because I forgot to bring wrenches, so this is the only thing that we had. And then a little bit bigger one to get some extra leverage on it. I've got a flathead screwdriver, my pry bar, a big huge crowbar, and that weighted maul. And then I just have this mat, this ergo-needle mat that really helps with being on the floor. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm using. Now the other thing I wanted to show you, now the bushings for the control arm didn't really seem, I can't move them, they don't seem as bad as I thought they were, but this ball joint is definitely not the greatest, not when you compare it to the new ones. So I don't know if it'll help me with the clunking, maybe something else, but I can hardly even move this one, so that will for sure help. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and put this next one in.
Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
So we got the pilot complete. It's way easier than I thought it was gonna be. Didn't really take too long. It's a nice thing to have checked off the list of things that I need to do to this car. We'll go into a little bit more detail about kind of other projects I have for it and other things that need to be done, because there's quite a few things. But right now we're just going to pull the vehicles out, and we'll do a little tour of the shop that we have and show you kind of what we're working with. Alright, so we got the cars moved out. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to Matthew. He's the owner of this here property and shop.
2 months ago. As you can see, or we'll show you, there's a lot of work to do here.
So here's what we're working with so far. It's decently large. Plenty of space for what we need.
It's 60 by 40. I'm going to sure how thick the concrete is, but plenty strong enough to do what we'll need.
Got a nice big wood furnace.
Steel structure.
Definitely lots of work to do, but
Yeah, installation's kind of falling apart. Yeah, the wood stove, and then there's a gas stove up here, but this hasn't ran in probably 10 years, so.
it's another thing that we have to do. Drum set up in the corner. Nice little carpet slab. Gandalf in the corner, of course.
Bartender.
Right. Anyways, that's kind of what we're working with. So I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. It'd be cool because there's going to be a lot of future content coming, and it'd be sweet to share that with you guys. So yeah, thanks for watching.